4 of the National Football League. And we're going to see Travis Etienne. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100.
Teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 14 carries, 55 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
So they'll start on the ground. Etienne. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Black Knights will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere to find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hayes. 30, 20. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The 20, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Etienne once more. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Finds Pickens outright. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Etienne bringing in another one.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. Now back to throw. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Number 89. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Etienne showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage. Also keep the defense to anticipate what's next. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Back to throw.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Black Knights.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll run with Etienne.
This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Complete to George Pickens. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Black Knights are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Defense.
We're all right, just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in from Brown score. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board in the final minute of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Back to throw again. Smith catches left side.
The second down pass, complete to Devontae Smith. First and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
from 6 yards away.
And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. Brings up second down.
They run it again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
London about set to take over on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at it just to make sure that they have it. So that challenge, a successful one. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 3.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Another catch right there on this drive, and it looks like they're going to utilize another backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Black Knights are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
London about set to take over on offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
He finds his man complete. It's Hayes. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 73 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now back to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And the London first down.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The second down pass. Complete to George Pickens.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
second and 5.
At the Browns' 6-yard line.
And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here.
Complete to Jamar Chase. Sets up first down and goal to go.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Black Knights are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now second and 10.
They go with Chubb on second down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
On third down, here's Etienne.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try.
Defense walks off the field. They can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.